Hey Shark fans, it's Melinda Marsalis. Welcome to Heard It on the Shark. I'll be your show host, and Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area is your show sponsor. Heard It on the Shark is a weekly interview show that airs every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on the Shark 102.3 FM radio station based in Ripley, Mississippi. Then it's released as a podcast on all the major podcast platforms. You'll hear interviews with the movers and shakers in North Mississippi who are making things happen. I'll talk to entrepreneurs, leaders of business, medicine, education, and the people behind all the amazing things happening in North Mississippi. When people ask you, how did you know about that? You'll say, I heard it on the Shark. Heard It on the Shark is brought to you by the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area. We want you to get out and discover the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of the Mississippi Hills that are right in your backyard. And of course, we want you to take the Shark 102.3 FM along for the ride. Musical credit belongs to Hill Country Blues guitar legend Gary Burnside and the late great Buddy Grisham, playing Long Way Home from their album Acoustic Brothers, which was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
This program was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
Hey Shark fans, it's Melinda with another episode of Heard It on the Shark, and today we are on the phone with Mr. Austin Richardson from Dallas. He is out in Texas and he is called in today. He is a professional bull rider. Austin, thanks for calling in.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
You're in Texas, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's where you were raised and that's your home still?
Yes, ma'am. I've lived in Texas, south of Dallas all my life. Was born and raised here.
Okay, not in the big city of Dallas, but south of Dallas.
Yeah, so I get to live best of both worlds. I'm only 20 minutes from downtown Dallas, so if I want to go to the city, I can. And right here where I live in Wilmer Hutchins, we have a few hundred acres and kind of live the country life as well.
And I read your bio, and in your bio it says that you have pretty much, this is what you've done all your life.
Yes, ma'am. I raced some motocross when I was younger. My whole family raced dirt bikes and stuff like that, but I just had some friends catch my way and getting on some bulls, and now I'm here. I've just been doing it since I was a kid, worked my way up from high school bulls to open bull riding to as soon as I turned 18, riding the rankest bulls in the world.
Assume that I don't know much about bull riding, like the levels of professional bull riders. Tell me where you rank in that lineup.
Yes, ma'am. So there's 3 different divisions in the PBR. There's Touring Pro, Velocity, and the the Unleash the Beast series. So you have to work your way up from the Touring Pro and the Velocity level to be in the top 35 in the world on the Unleash the Beast, and that's where I've been in the last 5 years or so. I'm ranked number, I think, 11th in the world right now, trying to work my way up. So throughout the year until May for the World Finals in Fort Worth, we work our way to winning the year-end, the World Championship, and it pays $1 million for the year-end. So it's really special. I've dreamed of this my whole life since I was a kid to win that gold buckle, and that's what I'm working for right now on the Unleash the Beast series.
Okay, Austin, I got to admit, I knew that you were up at the top, but I didn't realize you were that awesome. That's fantastic. I have to assume that it's what you do 24/7 all the time.
Yes, ma'am. I'm always thinking about bull riding. We butt bulls during the week. Even if I'm not getting on them, I'm still around it. I'm working towards it, always working out, trying to better myself, and trying to do something that's going to better me each weekend and riding bulls.
Well, let's just talk about bull riding as a kind of a metaphor for life. So if you're going to do something this difficult and that dangerous, how do you overcome your fear?
It's all mental. If your head's not in it, I wouldn't do it. Every time I have to block that out. Sometimes there are some bulls that you don't like getting drawn or something happens or something like that. So you just got to keep that same mindset, just clear your mind and let your body do the work. It's all muscle memory. So I know my body knows what moves to make. I just got to stay out of my own way and just clear my mind, and I'm really close to God, so I have faith and just let it happen.
I've heard a lot of professional football players say the same thing, baseball players too. You just got to keep your head out of it and let your body, all the work that you did ahead of time, do the work for you.
Exactly. I get in my way more times than not. My body knows what it's doing, so I just got to stay out of the way and just have a clear mind about it. Keep going.
You mentioned just a minute ago that you are an Unleash the Beast member. Now, that's new to me, but that's like the top of the top, right? The most elite riders.
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
There is a really great event that's going to happen next February, March, and you wanted to talk about that.
Yes, ma'am. PBR Memphis, Tennessee. It's been a velocity since 2010. I think that's the last time we had an Unleash the Beast, and their tickets are on sale. They're making it a discount to let everybody come out there and trying to get a piece of it, but they can look forward to next year when the Unleash the Beast comes.
All right, so when is next year's? This is the 2026 PBR Unleash the Beast. When and where is that?
Yes, it's going to be in Memphis, Tennessee. The dates are Saturday, February 28th, 2026. Showtime starts at 6:40 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, March 1st at 1:45 p.m. The tickets will be on sale Saturday, February 15th at PBR.com.
And that thing's going to be at the fabulous FedEx Forum, so that ought to be awesome. Unleash the Beast.
The Unleashed Beast is unreal, and I wouldn't want to miss it for sure.
You guys just did a PBR event in Memphis at the FedEx Forum. I think I understood you to say a velocity event. That's what happened in late February, just a couple of weeks ago. And so this thing that's happening next February is bigger than that? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am. It is for sure bigger. It's the top 35 guys in the world that are competing head-to-head for the event title there in Memphis. It's going to be unreal. I wouldn't miss it for sure. Memphis is a great city. I rode there a few times. It's a great crowd. So if you can make the Unleash the Beast, that would be amazing. You can buy your tickets at PBR.com. So it's gonna be great. You'll be able to see some of the top ranked bull riders, the number one bull rider, and the rest of them.
Okay, it's like the Super Bowl or the World Cup. This is a huge deal.
Yes, exactly. It's your NFL bull riding for sure.
I gotcha. Okay, now, I bet there's people listening who are going to want to follow you from now until next February so that they can kind of keep up with your career. Tell us where to find you.
I have Instagram, Facebook. You can just follow me at Austin Richardson 22.
Austin Richardson 22?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Austin, I know you're a busy guy. Thanks so much for taking time to talk to us today. Good luck this year, and I can't wait to see where you go in the future.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, Shark fans, that's it for this edition of Heard It on the Shark. You can tune in every Tuesday at 11 a.m. to find out what's happening from local community leaders. If you have a question or comment or suggestion for an interview, or if you want access to this interview, you can go to our website, shark1023.com, and click on the podcast tab. Keep it tuned to the Shark 1023 and have a great rest of the day.
The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area was established by the United States Congress in 2009 and represents a distinctive cultural landscape shaped by the dynamic intersection of Appalachian and Delta cultures. This intersection has produced a powerful concentration of nationally significant cultural icons, including King of Rock and Roll Elvis Presley, First Lady of Country Music Tammy Wynette, blues legend Howlin Wolf, civil rights icons Ida B. Wells-Barnett and James Meredith, America's favorite playwright Tennessee Williams, and Nobel-Laureate William Faulkner. The stories of the Mississippi Hills are many and powerful, from music and literature to Native American and African American heritage to the Civil War. The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area supports the local institutions that preserve and share Northeast Mississippi's rich heritage. Begin your discovery of the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of our region by visiting the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area online at MississippiHills.org.
This show is made possible by JC Media, LLC in Ripley, Mississippi. JC Media owns the Shark 102.3 Classic Rock FM radio station where the show is hosted, and Sun Bear Recording Studio where the interviews are recorded. We need your feedback and support. If you listen to the podcast on a player like iTunes, Google Podcasts, or Amazon Music, please subscribe to the show and leave us a review. We also have an email in which you can share your feedback. That email is theshark1023@gmail.com. Subscribe to our podcast on your favorite app or stream episodes online at shark1023.com/podcasts. Today's episode was produced by Melinda Marsalis. It was edited by Rick Williams and engineered by Chris Marsalis. The podcast technician is Joyce Grady.